ultra leather twin stitch with memory foam. You would like to touch this because you're the
Yeah, it's softer
This
than
is
my
it.
bed.
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an ultra leather kind of thing.
ultra leather with the memory foam.
Very nice.
Now, if you like ultra leather without seams for an asepsis purpose, some people like seamless, that's what that would be like. It would be seamless. This one happens to have slings on it. I don't really care for the slings, but some people like slings. This is a narrow back. It comes with slings or without, and that's the wide back. And I just thought of something that I have to do before we go any farther. I have to turn off my phone because I just realized I had this thing in my ear. There we go. I apologize for that. Okay. All right. Things you have to think about. Who wants to be a patient?
Yeah, doctor isn't the patient.
No, you can't be the patient. No, you can be the doctor. You gotta be the doctor. You can be the patient. You can be the patient. Okay, the arms fold down this way, so you can enter from either side. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And
Thank
what I'm about to say is absolutely no reflection on you whatsoever. If you have extremely obese patients, these, when they fold down, allow them to get in without feeling pinched. And every practice has at least 3 or 4 that are pretty large. Chair has a 600-pound lift capacity, which also
Oh, thank
helps.
goodness it'll lift me.
Slide your hips all the way back, please, as far as you can go. That'll go. Okay. Now, we have a double articulating headrest. I'm not a big fan of articulating headrests, but this one is exceptionally nice because it has a double click mechanism. The first click, and you have to get used to it, but it releases only one piece of it. And then the second unlocks the other. So you have complete range of motion. I recommend, go ahead, lean back, the use of the articulation for people who are real big, like Don, or like me, who are thick through here, or women who have a dowager's hump, or people who have their head pushed forward. That's when it really comes in handy, because the ultimate goal of any positioning is to get the occlusal surface perpendicular to the floor, so that you're not standing on your head trying to do dentistry. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this down a little bit. I'm going to remove the articulation for now. Okay? And I'm going to sit here for a second, then I'm going to let you sit here, okay? I have this set for myself. Right now, this is the exit position. This chair has 6 programs, 5 programs and an exit, but each one is infinitely programmable. The advantage to you is obviously if you go in and you have a hygienist using a room and you go in, you can have programs just for you, so that when you hit it, they fit your body, and then they can have programs for the hygienist so it fits her body. Now, notice this was the entry position. I have this higher than normal for 2 reasons. One, entry and exit is easier, especially with older patients. It's harder for them to get up and out. So by having it up higher, they can slide out. This is how low the chair actually goes. It goes extremely low. Now, the first position I have programmed is what I refer to as the greeting position. Now, this way we are at the same height. I could say, I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Connie.
Hi, Connie. How's it going today? We're going to be doing this type of dentistry, etc., etc. Now, the other thing this does is it reclines the patient part way if you start with a position like this, because you don't want to take a patient back all in one movement because they can get lightheaded. And in the positions that I'm going to be putting Connie in, it's better to do it in stages, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get her parallel. Okay? The next position would be the lower arch. Now, the thing you must notice is that I haven't moved. The chair is going forward as it goes backwards. This is the only traversing chair made. Now, so the beauty of this is the oral cavity is constantly within this plane. If you're using rear delivery or side delivery, this distance doesn't change. And if you put your hand pieces here, if you have over the patient, or if you have rear delivery, the relationship between the oral cavity and the support never changes. So now I can work on the lower cavity. I can articulate her down open, please. And I have a nice clear view, very easy. I'm not standing on my head. The chair is not an encumbrance. I have the patient and me. Next would be the upper arch. And the chair's gonna come towards your knee. Again, I haven't moved. The assistant hasn't moved, the hand pieces haven't moved, whether they're back here or not. The support system has not moved. And now if I want, now this is where what I'm trying to achieve here is knees to nose. Several things. 85% of your body weight is 5.5 inches either side of your spine. So you don't need to support the shoulders. As a matter of fact, when a chair supports this part of the body, it tightens the neck muscles. Right now, with no support under the shoulders, her shoulders naturally are rolling back, which makes her neck totally flexible. Whoa, she's choked by her chin. So what this means is I can drop her chin, I can articulate her, I can do all these things without having to touch the headrest yet. It also means that I can position her to work direct on the upper or the lower, or if I have to work this side, I can maneuver her back, and I haven't moved yet. Right now, if for any reason we had a chair where this was tighter, I want you to roll your neck back and forth. Nice and loose, feel good?
Mhm.
Now I'm going to put her in some of our competitive chairs. This is all it takes. Roll your neck now. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And most other chairs have a little bit more of a concave back, which makes that much, much, much more difficult. The other thing, if I want, I forgot what I programmed this one for. I just did it this morning. So. Oh, this is if I want to work at 9 o'clock. Direct. Again, all I have to do is raise my stool just a little bit, and you're not flying all over the place. In a traditional chair, as you well know, as the chair goes back, you're getting closer. As the chair comes up, you're getting farther away. So what you end up doing, you use over the patient side delivery, rear delivery.
Right now I'm using side.
Okay, so what you do is you seat the patient, you bring the instrumentation out, then you sit down, you put the patient back, and you have to move the instrumentation back with you, and then you're constantly making these movements. So let's see where I programmed this one. This might be another version. Oh yeah, this could be another version of the direct for a hygienist. So whatever you want to program, we've got 6 options available. Then of course the exit position will elevate her and bring her back again. Comfortable? Did I hurt you when I whipped your neck around? Do you have
No.
a stiff neck? or bad
You
neck?
know, I have a bad back.
Oh, how's that
No,
feeling?
that's
Is
okay.
that lumbar?
Yeah, you know, it is. It is. I'm very aware of my, lumbar and just general back support in general. Yeah, no, it just feels very contoured. And
You're feeling that support in the lower back?
Yeah, totally. Here, this is really good. The lumbar is excellent. Excellent. You guys try that. I do like.
Cool.
What do the slings do? I